To understand the full impact of your website, you need to track all meaningful interactions. In the previous video, we talked about the problem with standard Google Analytics installs is they only measure how your site attracts, not what really drives value, conversions. But for those who do track conversions, often fall into another trap. They only track a few things to directly impact their bottom line, what are called short-term ROI metrics. In reality, your site has to engage and build trust before visitors will convert. We need to measure all meaningful interactions that indicate brand building and nurturing towards conversion. Here we are back on our demo website. If you remember from the previous video, we submitted a form which triggered our contact conversion goal over in Google Analytics. Now, Google Analytics gives us 20 of these conversion goals, which might sound like a lot, but when you start tracking engagement-focused micro-conversions, we can start to run out quickly. So we turn to events in Google Analytics. This allows us to track a virtually unlimited number of things. For example, we can see how we triggered our contact goal here. We actually triggered a form submission event and added the contact goal that we wanted to trigger. This enables us to attach a lot more information, such as the title of a form that was submitted. But we want to go well beyond form tracking and make it easy to measure many different types of engagement. On the right side of our contact page, there are several links that don't normally track in Google Analytics because they don't go to another web page on your site. If we click on the download link, we can set up an automatic event to trigger. We can now see it come through and telling us what was being downloaded. When we click on the external link going to another website, we see a click event telling us where the visitor went. Email links trigger an event with the email address, and telephone links an event with the phone number. Another important engagement event is when people go to your social media profiles. Technically, these are external links like the IntelligenceWP.com, but we set them up to track differently. We can see an event changes from a generic external link to a social profile click that tells us what network they visited. We also want to track what content engages our audience best. For example, on a blog post, we want to know when people comment or share our content. We track social link clicks along with the network they were shared on so we can understand what drives best engagement. We also want to track when people are watching our videos. When someone pushes play on an embedded YouTube video, we get the corresponding play event. We also attach which video is played so that we can track the same video even if it's embedded on multiple pages. We also want to measure how deep people watch into a video. So we trigger a video scroll event when they stop watching, which reports on a scale of 1 to 100 the percentage someone watched into a video. Another really insightful thing to know is when people actually read our content. While Google Analytics tells us what pages have been opened, there's no good way to tell if people have read our page. By tracking how deep people scroll down a page and how much time they spend with the page visible, we have a pretty good indicator of whether or not they are reading our content. For example, let's say somebody clicks through a link on this blog post in a search engine or social media. If for some reason they don't find what they expected and quickly click back, that's a true bounce. There's some type of user experience disconnect we might need to fix. But if instead a visitor clicks through and finds exactly the information they were looking for, so they read the content, if let's say they stay on the page for at least 30 seconds and scroll through at least 90% of our content, then we can trigger a page consumed event, letting us know that this is not a true bounce and the content was actually valuable. Intelligence provides a lot of additional tracking right out of the box. In future videos, we'll look at how to customize a lot of these different events and add some of our own. In this video, we reviewed how to track several different types of meaningful interactions. In the next one, we'll show you how to use these enhanced events to uncover the value your website produces and how to improve your online ROI.